Hi y'all, it's Kimberly here. Today, thank you subscribers. I think I got some new ones. Thank you so much. Today I'm a little mad. Actually, I'm so mad I could almost curse. I ain't a big time cusser, but this drives me nuts. I go to Sonic a lot and I buy the Route 44 Cokes at happy hour. It's half price. And I like just half the ice in my Coke. I don't like it all the way packed because it hurts my teeth. Plus I'm paying for the Coke. I want the Coke more than I want the ice. So today I went, you see this? It's almost full of ice. I drank a little bit of it, but it's packed all the way up to probably this red line with ice. This is how big these are. You know, that's not half. Half is like about here. And I drove up and I want a Route 44 Coke and I just want half the ice in it. You want, what? What? And I had to say it like 5 times, and then they just cut me off, and I pushed the button again, and I was getting mad again, because this happens almost every day, almost every freaking day. And I don't say easy ice, because when I do, they forget about it, and they pack it all the way full. So I tell them I want half the ice in it, so they'll remember it, you know. Because when you're used to just one thing, you tend to forget it. So if they hear you order it differently, then they kind of remember that more. And I know because I worked in fast food. And so the guy, he runs out and he comes over to my car and he goes, "What was that? We didn't hear what you said." And I was like, "I just want half the ice in it, in my Coke. I just want half the ice." I said like 2 or 3 times. And he was just staring at me like I was crazy or something. And I just stared back at him. I was like, "The Coke I ordered, I want half the ice in it." He goes, "Half packed with ice?" I was like, "Just half the ice. It doesn't have to be packed, just half the ice." Because on the screen they had put Route 44 Coke with packed, like, it didn't say half packed, it said packed full of ice. Or packed with ice, something like that. It didn't say half. So to me that would mean all the way full of ice, and that's not what I wanted. And so he runs back in there, and then this other lady brings it out, and she goes, she starts reading it off, and she said, "Half packed with ice?" And I said, "Just half ice. Half the ice. Not packed. Just half the ice." Because when you pack something in there, you're packing it in as much as you can. And I think that's what they did, because this thing is so heavy, and it's so full of ice. I hate to be a rude person when I'm going somewhere or ordering, you know, because I've worked in the service industry for most of my life, and it's, you know, the most demeaning thing when somebody yells at you or treats you like garbage, and especially for a job that you're not getting paid enough to do. So I try to be nice, and God, I'm so mad I could explode right now. Because this is over years and years of this. Ugh. I just want to send a video to the Sonic Corporation or something. I don't know. Okay. That was my rant. Because I really do like Sonic. I love their Cokes, and I love their chili cheese fries and their hamburgers. But this is about to drive me nuts. I go through this every single day. Half ice. Half ice. You know, what is so hard to understand about that? And I have to repeat it at least 4 or 5 times. And most of the time I have to drive up to the window, you know, if I'm in the drive-thru, and explain it to them. I just want half the ice. Half the ice. And they just look at me sometimes like, "Oh, okay." Like, that is so hard to understand. And some of the Sonics around town, they know me. They know me because I go through this all the time. There's several of them here. And I try to go to different ones because I don't want to be, you know, the witch that comes through all the time. Because I don't want them to do anything to my food or anything, you know. I just want my Coke. That's all I want. And I haven't posted for a few days. I think I made a video yesterday because I saw these guys riding their horses in town. And I had made a video about living in Texas, and I said something about every once in a while we see horses in town. You know, they just happen to be riding through town on their horses, and I've seen these guys before, and I stopped and asked if I could take a video, and they were such nice guys. They're, just taking a leisurely little stroll with their horses, and it was so nice. And I couldn't hear their names very good. I wish I did, or I would think them. I think one of them's name was Jay, and I'm not sure if the other one's Ozzy or Oz. I can't remember. I couldn't quite get his name, but you can look at that video. But every once in a while, like I said, it was a busy street. It was like a 6-lane street where they were walking on the sidewalk. They didn't put their horses in traffic. They weren't in danger or anything like that. And they seem like they're very well trained horses. I see them, every once in a while. And so you can check out that video and see that, yeah, sometimes there are horses walking down the street. Not everybody. It's a rare sight, actually, but I just thought it was ironic that I just put out that video talking about it, and then I just happened to see them riding their horses down the street from Walmart when I was getting gas. Well, also this week, one of my dogs was sick, and we weren't sure if it was parvo, and it was my new puppy, and I'm gonna get upset. And I did something stupid. I didn't know. I haven't had a puppy for like, oh my gosh, I haven't had a puppy for like 9 or 10 years. I think the dog that I got as a puppy, I think he's about 9.5 or 10 years old. And I was under, I don't know why I thought this, that you didn't give them their shots until they're like 2 or 3 months old, but apparently you give them their shots when they're like 6 or 7 weeks old. And she was very lucky. I took her to the vet. She's already, she was born on March 13th. She's 3 months old. I took her about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I guess. And she didn't eat the night before, or she threw up. And then that morning I took her to the vet. I called them as soon as they were open to get her in there, and they gave her puppy shots, and they weren't sure, they're like, well, he gave her some other treatment, and well, she's better now. She's doing really great. She's fixing to go get her other shots in a couple of days, her second series of puppy shots. We get them their puppy shots, I think at 6 or 7 weeks, I guess. And I don't know, I didn't remember that, or I was under the impression that you couldn't give them that kind of shot that young. I didn't think their system could handle it, I guess. I don't know what I was thinking. But if you do have puppies, get them to the vet quickly and get them their puppy shots. I usually don't get puppies. I usually get the older dogs, the rescue dogs, and the older, ones that people throw away and don't want, and, they get old and people don't want them. Those are the dogs that I get. And I think I was a little depressed because of Lola passing away, and I had to take care of her every day. She was an English Bulldog, and you have to clean their face every day. You got to clean their ears and check their paws, and I would spend probably about 30 minutes a day just doing little wipes and cleaning on her. And then some days I'd spend like an hour doing extra grooming, clipping her nails and, cleaning her off and, making sure her tail pocket was clean and everything like that. I think I just got, I don't know, my other dogs are pretty self-sufficient. They don't, English Bulldogs, you have to take a lot of care of them. Don't get one if you don't like to take care of dogs, because you will have to spend a lot of time with them. You got to take care of them. If you want another dog that's, like I say, self-sufficient, get something else besides the English Bulldog, because you do have to take a lot of care of them. And I think I was a little depressed over her, and this lady had a sign for puppies, and I actually paid $100 for her. And she's a Pit Corso mix. She's beautiful. Her name is Coco Bella, and I never buy dogs. I don't know why. I can't explain it. But I noticed one thing in the rescues. Some of those rescue dogs are expensive. I was looking online, and some of them are like $400 or $500, you know. So I see now why a lot of people do go and buy puppies for, you know, they can buy them for 100, 200, couple $100 less than you can get a rescue dog. So that makes no sense to me, you know, why they... I know rescues need money, I know they do, and they do the job that a lot of people don't want to do, you know, and thank goodness they're there. I try to support them as much as I can, but I don't know why I did it. I just did it. And if I would have had another $100, I would have bought her sister. But she gave sold the sister to somebody else, thank goodness, because I did not need another dog. But I think that's why I did it. Mentally, I was just, I don't know. That lady just drove up and I saw it. And I was still heartbroken over Lola. I still am. And people think it's ridiculous when a dog dies, that people get depressed or upset. You know, it's a real thing. You know, it really hurts. And I still get teared up or upset when I talk about her. It's hard still. It'll probably take a few more months or more for me to really... I mean, I don't cry about her, you know, really, I don't really sit there and cry about her, but sometimes when I do have to talk about her or think about something about her, it does still makes me upset. Well, I hate this being so depressing at the end of this video. So I'll tell y'all something funny. I was going to get my car, I got the back brakes done last week, and I didn't have enough to do the front brakes yet, so I had to wait until I got paid again. I got them, got paid today. I took my car there, my truck there, to get the front brakes done, so I have good brakes, and I walked, Walmart was close by the mechanic shop, so I walked over to Walmart for a little bit so they could work on my car. And when I came out of Walmart, I was looking for my car. I was like, where the hell did I park my car? I looked for 5 minutes in the parking lot until I remembered I put my car in the shop. It was across the street at the shop until I realized it. Sometimes I do crazy stuff, and then my phone started ringing, and I was digging through my purse, and I was like, oh my God, I lost my phone. Well, where's that phone coming from, you know? And I was standing in the street, you know, in the center divider of this busy street, trying to cross over. I was like, I hear that phone. Is that my phone? And then I realized it's in my back pocket. Yes, I do stupid things like that. Sometimes I just... That's me. That's Kimberly. Well, thank you all for showing up, and thank you for coming to my channel. Thank you so much, my little Kim crew. Thank you.